Do it. You sit down.
Ooh, there we go. I'll just keep my face out.
You're live.
And it's dirty.
It is. I was going to say that, huh? That's a filter. It's a filter.
Is it?
Look at that. Oh, we're clean.
Great. I mean, honestly, put the smudge over me.
Do we have a cute Pokemon mask?
I might have like a katana one somewhere, but I didn't dig it out. I could just like hide my mouth with this microphone.
Wow.
There we go. That looks legit.
We'll make people think
make it look like we're
doing a real podcast.
Okay, so I'm gonna write in the Discord because there's nobody here. I think a lot of them think I'm not coming on camera today.
You know what?
Which I did tell them that I was not coming on camera for a while, so they're all aware. Okay. Oh, there's some people in the chat. Oh my gosh. Hi friends.
Hey.
Let me try to find the at everyone simple.
Here we come to save the day.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to Delulu Canoes.
What?
I'm hiding my mouth. Where I'm pretending this is actually a working microphone. It is not, but I'm hiding my mouth. So.
Because she's a great actress, I wanted to challenge myself.
Yeah, to hide your mouth.
No, I have great teeth. I want to show my teeth too. Oh, look at this.
Oh no, what are you doing?
I need a little fire girl
like,
over
hello,
here.
yeah.
No blue pill.
I haven't heard anybody mention Viagra since Carlotta Champagne. That girl talks about it a lot. I don't know why though.
I mumbled it because I didn't want to get in trouble.
But is that it's pill that makes you
if people are gonna get rid of abortions, can I say that?
Oh yeah, abortions.
But they could talk about Viagra. Unacceptable.
Yes, come hang.
Let's come hang with us.
How was your day? I feel like you kind of like rushed in.
I did.
I was a rough morning.
No, you know what's happening to me is I'm getting everything ready. I'm talking to contractors.
You're busy.
I'm busy. I am a busy man. But look at everyone showing up.
Good. Everybody's so supportive.
You know what? They were saying. Dara was like, "No one's gonna show up today because
I made a really sad post today. I think a lot of people.
You guys, show Dara some love. Send some love.
Oh, I'm actually really hiding my mouth well.
No,
there it is.
You know what? I was really trying for this, but
it helps if you like put it up. Well, there you go. It's fine. You don't have to do it.
All right.
I have to though, for my own sanity. I'm gonna tag you in this, and then we're gonna rock and roll.
We have so much to talk about. So many fun things to talk about. I'm excited.
We have so many things. Which do you want me to tag from here on out? Now am I losing my voice? Oh my goodness.
You know what? Let's do JP at NoHo.
Great. Okay, that's
the JPV _ NoHo. Yeah, because NoHo Gym is going to be the gym now.
I saw. Do you want to share?
Oh my! I know. One? Did it just drop the tea?
You might have just spilled the tea.
I spilled the first story.
No, I'm obsessed. Tell.
So this weekend, I got my papers, I got the keys, and we opened. No, I shouldn't say we opened, but
you did like a little walkthrough.
I did a little walkthrough of my new gym. It's happening. The papers are signed. There's no going back now, and I'm gonna be eating McDonald's for the rest of my life. But it's okay.
Oh no. It's okay. I had McDonald's last night.
You know what's awesome? Good for you.
I did.
You deserve it, though.
I ate around the bun. I took the bun off and I just did the meat with the cheese, with the pickle, and the onion. So I felt weird, but I did it. I just can't open my mouth, And so like, I'm like drooling. I like how this is going so great.
You guys,
aren't you glad?
If there's one, you cannot cancel.
I can't sweat.
There was one more thing that I was hoping to do, and it was to bring a smile to your face today.
Oh, you did.
I could do more. I'm gonna do way more. This is as big as it's gonna get.
That's as big as my smile can get.
If you guys are a Bernadette Peters fan, try to think of Bernadette Peters every time Dare talks today.
Bernadette Peters. I don't know who that is.
Because she dumps like this. She's so, she's a Broadway singer.
Really?
You know who she is. You just don't know who she is.
Okay, I'll look her up.
But yeah, she's performing right now at the Amundsen.
Oh.
With old friends.
Hang on. There is someone here in chat who wants to know what does NoHo stand for, and I was going to come up with something really inappropriate. Because they don't know what NoHo means. So
NoHo stands for North Hollywood Gym. It actually is funny enough because it is a play on my fun. Should I say sexuality? Why not?
Yeah, yeah.
The fun times that we have at the gym. So it's like no hoes.
Yeah.
No hoes at our gym.
Mhm.
But yeah, so JPB Fitness is now in charge of NoHo Gym, which it's so crazy because North Hollywood has been alive forever. And there's like a Hollywood gym, there's a Pasadena gym, whatever. There's no NoHo Gym, North Hollywood Gym. There's not one.
Okay, well that's how you got it.
And I got it. I was like,
wow.
It was expensive to get it.
Really?
And, yeah. And I said, when's the last time someone had it? Someone had it in Tempe, Arizona, just to sell it. And I was like, that's fine.
Okay.
But
it's a choice.
How crazy.
It's so cool. Like, it was so fun to go. I was just telling Chrissy and Carly are over. I was just telling them, like, it was cool to, like, see your other clients because, like, we never see each other because they have the time slot before or after me. And like, I get there early. So sometimes I'll catch the person before my session, but a lot of times, like, I don't see your other clients. So it's cool for me to like finally see like your community and your family. And that was really nice.
That's sweet.
Despite I forgot like all of their names. So I'm so sorry.
It's so fun. It
was so embarrassing.
They are so, what I love, and there's certain people who are not like this. So I always feel like I have to warn them. My clients and friends become so comfortable that they'll go up to you and hug you without knowing your name.
Oh,
so I saw a bunch of people go up to you, like out of the corner of my eye. They're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Why are you hugging? You don't know her." But it's funny because I've created this environment.
Yeah.
And there was one of my first clients. Her name is Roberta. She was wearing a Planned Parenthood t-shirt.
Oh, that's funny. I missed that.
So she was there. She hates being touched. And she just not hates being touched in a way where like, don't touch me. It's very much just like, I've never got love as a kid. My parents never hugged me, so I feel weird being hugged. And if it's like, hey, it's your birthday, happy birthday, she's like, hey, thanks. Like she's just always that person. So she was there. She was so excited to be at the event, the soft opening of our gym.
Yeah.
And the peekaboo is what I called it. The peekaboo.
Okay.
Before all the construction happened.
Oh, I see. I was like, peekaboo. What?
And so then they were like, hey, so what's your name? And then they started hugging her, and I was like, don't hug her. She hugged back.
Oh, yay.
And I was like, this is a community I'm building. This is a community I want. And this is a love and excitement that it is. So
yeah, it was such a great turnout. Thank you for inviting me and having so many people come.
I expected 5 people to show up.
I know. I asked you the day before. I was like, how many people do you think are going to go? And you were like 10. And I even stood there and I counted how many people were there. And there was like 21, 22.
Nice.
Did you know that?
Nice.
That wasn't including the couple. There was like a couple that came, but they left before the toast.
Yes.
So that's not including them, but like still, that's a great turnout.
I did it so last minute that it was basically 2 days in advance. I didn't have people able to really RSVP. So I had like 10 people out of town too. So knowing that in my mind that 22 people showed up plus another 10 would have been there, I'm like,
that's so cool.
I'm so excited. Yeah. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so awesome. Aww. We need a lot of work though. We need a lot of help. We need a lot of help. So
you have a flyer that people can scan, right?
I do.
With a donation link?
I do.
So tell them like how that works, because I can post it after the episode goes up.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So basically we started a GoFundMe. And this is all, I don't want to get political, but we started the asking when it was right before the election. Then the person who was setting up all of the work for the loan told us what we had to get ready. We got it all ready. We sent it in. And they were like, all right, you did everything we asked for. We're good to go. Thanks. And then they responded back, well, you got rejected. And we're like, okay, what did we get rejected for? Why? Well, you didn't show this money. And we're like, but you asked us this way, so we did it. And so we went back. And then during that time, it was the DEI was getting taken away.
Yeah.
And I pride myself with my business plan being a minority, being an LGBT-owned business. And then Trans Lives Matter movement started happening. And it was just like, no, we better hurry up and get this loan because things are going to be tricky and things are going to be a little bit difficult coming up. And so finally they rejected us for the 3rd time. And the 3rd time we just talked to the banker and we said, listen, what would we get approved for? Because everything you're telling us to do, we did. Obviously, there's some kind of miscommunication, and whether it's if you want to be not accepting us for certain
political
beliefs, views, whatever it's going to be, then that's understood.
For
but
sure.
Let us know what you would approve us for. And so they approved us for 50% of the loan. And in my mind, I was like, all right, well, I know we need to do our restrooms, we need to do the walls, and we need to like buy the equipment. So it took out a big chunk, but I'm still determined.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like all the work that we've done since October, I found out. I don't want to let it go to waste.
Yeah,
so why not just see who wants to help out if they're able to. And even as simple as like sharing our post or letting people know that there's a LGBT owned business and a All Lives Matter gym in the North Hollywood area is really what I really want to promote. So check out nohogym.com. We'll go ahead and we'll post a flyer with more information later of different ways to donate. And if you are one of those, if you work for those businesses who would look for a tax deduction, we're working together with a company that creates ways to develop businesses for minorities. And so we're able to give tax deductions.
Which is great.
Yes, if you need it, let us know, please.
Yeah. So I will drop the flyer with the scan code on it in the community tab. And then I'll also try to look for some other places to post it for those of you that want to help support. So much appreciated.
Yes,
congrats,
definitely.
JP.
You guys are going to help it build. You're going to be a part of it. I love it.
Oh, Rim already put the website down. So there you go.
All right.
Nice. Thank you, Rim.
Thank you. It's all there. Let me make sure it's right. nohogym.com. Yes.
Yeah.
On that page, it tells you what we're all about. And then if you click on donate, it takes you to the GoFundMe or different ways to donate. Thank you, Rim. On top of it.
Let's go. And
all
the
right.
mods we trust. So I guess my small T.
Yes,
like
tell us.
The topic of what I've been going through is my mouth. I've just been going through it. I should post like pictures of what my back looks like because I've got the 3 stickers on my back right now. Which is something I never thought I would like have to do. Like people talk about allergies all the time. I definitely was diagnosed with I showed signs at a young age of being allergic to food coloring. And I was just like, cool, I'm good. But like all of a sudden your body, your skin, like can just decide it's over something. It just doesn't work for it anymore. So I posted a story today on Instagram, just letting everybody know like what I'm going through because I have been getting a lot of just like negative feedback from fans and people that buy a lot of my content that they're like, you never make anything new anymore. All you do is sell old content when it's one, because I don't think you want to see me like this.
Hi, my name is Dare.
1 and 2, it just like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't look good. I don't feel good. I'm not like, I'm just like mentally not in a good place. If I'm being honest, I kind of want to keep a lid on that so I don't cry. But honestly, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like maybe there's an allergy that like eventually I'll find out could have ended my life. So I feel like this is all happening weirdly at a good time. Like this could be so much worse. I could be up for like the role of my life. And then I have all this happen. So I'm just trying to like take it in strides. I'm really sad. Like I can't shower till tomorrow at 4 p.m. It's been like 3 days. So I'm like stinky. I'm flaky. It's been really, really humbling. Like I've never felt like more like when I go shopping to like pick up my prescriptions, like I've never had more people like look at me as if like I have, I'm going to say it, herpes or like some sort of STD. So that's also been like very humbling as like I don't know, like I feel like you kind of get it. Like you're an attractive guy. Like people usually look at you because you look good. And I've never been in this position where people are looking at me because I look strange.
Well, it sucks though, because it's also like kind of the background that you've created from your fans, from what you do. And so automatically, anytime you have a pimple, anytime you have like an allergic reaction, like people forget that you're human too.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, did you see her? She had hives all over her body. I'm sure it's some
It's
kind of
an
STD.
Yeah.
And, well, that's what she gets because she does this, and then it's like, why even pay attention to that? Like,
Yeah.
you're doing the best by ignoring it.
Yeah.
And just really, it's so funny because I still see the beauty in you. I don't see it. I really.
That's why we have a lavender marriage.
I really, your energy is, you're so good. You're beautiful. You're like, it's, for those of you who watch her Instagram, she posts it, but she's beautiful. She's freaking beautiful, and she's highlighting the best. Don't you highlight those flaws? You're gorgeous.
Well, and I also feel like it's important to post that kind of stuff to remind people exactly what you said, that like we all are human. Like I think a lot of times, which I don't know for a fact, people look at like anyone's life and they can sit there and be like, wow, they have it so easy. So it was really hard to post all of that this morning because the professionalism in me is like, what do I gain from posting this? And like, this is going to make me look like I'm an emotional wreck. But then the other half of me is like, you know, if I take the time to write it properly and just tell people what I'm going through, I think this will do more good than harm. So,
well, and I think we talked about this last week, no, 2 weeks ago, when people were filming themselves going to their burnt down house in Altadena.
Yeah,
it's like, let me take the time to find myself and let me cry. But you know what? Nothing about your post really gave out attention. What it really did was it gave an alertness, you know, and hopefully, I'm sure out of your 1 million followers, someone is going through the same stuff you're going through.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like, hey, that's this. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine.
A lot.
Or go get your allergy test because you're gonna find out this and that. And I'm happy you're doing it.
Yeah.
Because it could be as simple as like, you know what? Not cleaning your brushes good enough. Not cleaning, like sharing the lipstick and then whatever. But it's crazy. So it's a good thing to make sure.
Go see a doctor.
I just realized Chrissy's probably watching, and I'm like, you probably did clean your
gonna
brushes.
Like angrily type like JP.
Like, I
clean her brushes because she does. She does. If anything,
that's not what I meant, Chrissy. It's not what I meant.
If I were to guess like what it actually might be, I'm wondering if there's a new chemical in my makeup that I've been using, and that's what's causing it. We're not calling out Chrissy. I think it's something in my. She's like.
She's about to come in here, bust the door down.
Bust the door and be like.
And then I won't be here anymore.
And JP gets replaced. Chrissy's here next week. But anyways, that's kind of my like small talk, I guess, for the episode is. I guess go watch that if you want all the details. I talk about what they think it is. I'm waiting for my second half of my prescription to come in. Literally, as soon as we're done here, I got to jump in my car and go get it. Okay. So I'm hoping that like we have some answers and we can clock whatever's causing it, and I can stop spitting on this microphone.
You know what's also a good thing is that right now a flu is going around and a bird flu is going around. So so at least you're not your entire like guts out.
Yeah, I haven't had bathroom issues. They keep asking me about my thyroid though, and it makes me kind of want to do a thyroid at home test. But I hate needles and I hate stabbies, so I might have to have somebody else do it for me.
How does one do a thyroid test?
You can do it on Amazon. There's like a kit, and it's like those it's like when people have to check their glucose levels or whatever. It's one of those things where you put it on, you like and you like shoot yourself.
Yes.
Oh no!
There it goes. It's gonna lecture with all the clean brushes.
No, please, come in.
Come in and explain. I didn't mean this at all. Please don't. Look how clean they are.
I'm cleaning them right now.
They are so
But also,
clean.
you are not going to do a thyroid test at home.
No,
you're going to go to the doctor
and
do it with your other blood work and other things.
So you don't want to shoot me with the thyroid thing?
I always do.
I was going to say I would do it too, but yeah.
Because then you could see how squeamish I am. Like, I think people think I lie when I'm like, no, when they draw blood for me, I have to look away. I can't look at it. It freaks me out. But anyways, let's stop talking about my health issues. We have some other things to talk about.
I think one of our thumbnails should be when Chrissy walked in and both of us just...
We're always scared when Chrissy comes in. Like, when Mother arrives, we know we're grounded. We get, like, grounded.
We need to find that screenshot. That is great. I'm crying because it's hilarious. Oh my God, what is the chat saying?
We're like, I need to get a picture of her and us cowering in the corner. It'll be great. When she comes out of that closet that she lives in, she get mad.
Oh, she has words. You better listen. What else? All right, so let's talk All right, I know we're like 2 weeks behind, but
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about the Super Bowl aftermath.
Super
The
Bowl.
aftermath. I didn't watch it,
I
but I
either.
caught up a lot on the highlights.
Mm.
And I feel, as someone who enjoys the sport game,
Yeah.
not necessarily do I have a favorite team, but I enjoy the game
I
and
didn't
the
even know
event.
the two teams. I know the Chiefs
Really?
and
Test one.
I don't know the other team.
Come on, think
who
about-
won? I don't even know who won
I
because it
won't
wasn't
tell.
the Chiefs.
Well, let's see. Oh, wasn't.
I don't think so, right?
Okay, you're right.
Because Travis Kelce's on the other team, and they showed him in his like glammy outfit leaving, all upset that he didn't win.
So Travis Kelce
Mm.
is part of the Chiefs.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
1 point for me.
Now the other team, the Eagles.
The Ravens. Oh, okay. I was close. It was a
Good, you're
bird.
good with
I was gonna
bird.
guess
Yep,
Ravens.
yep.
Okay, Eagles. Got
Philly
it.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Which they had that. It's basically a rematch that happened 2 years ago.
Oh,
Or
really?
3 years ago. Yeah.
Oh.
Because Travis Kelce's brother
Uh-huh.
was a part of the Eagles.
Oh.
Yeah, remember
that's
when that
tea.
team? Yeah, and then Mama Kelsey had like the jacket with two sides. Like
Oh, I hate
one
it.
side was all Chiefs and the other side was Eagles.
I didn't know he had a sibling. I don't know much
What?
about Travis Kelce. I really don't.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the
We know
worst.
about Taylor Swift though.
I only kind of know about Taylor Swift.
Okay.
She's not my favorite, but like I don't know.
It was all right. So I had planned to watch it, and I didn't get invited. I did get invited to a party, but I planned to watch it. I was busy with the gym stuff, and I took a nap. I woke up with 1 minute left in the half before the halftime show, and it was Chiefs 0, and I was like, oh my god! And the other team had like 21 or 27, and I was like, this team is doing well. And it was a boring a boring game.
Wow.
And then I went to the halftime show, and so many people were complaining about it. And I was just like...
Which you had told me about that people were complaining about it. But I feel like that's so every halftime show.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's always a large group of people that loved it and thought it was really great. And then there's like a small minority that's like equally as loud that hated it.
Because everyone has an opinion.
Yep.
But it's like let's just say, if there was halftime show was by the Teletubbies.
Okay.
I'll say all of us are not fans. Most of us are not fans of the Teletubbies. All right. So are we gonna love it? And if someone says, what did you think of the halftime show? What are you supposed to say? So I get so defensive when people are like, what did you think about the halftime show? Oh, I hated it. And I'm like, are you a Kendrick Lamar fan?
Yeah.
No. Then of course you hated it. But why say that you hated it when you weren't a fan to begin with?
I feel like hate is such like a strong word and people use way more than they really should. Because like, I don't know. I don't feel like I hate any music performance unless it's like, yay.
Yeah. No.
Terrible people. I don't know.
I don't know. I'll say I wasn't a fan of Rihanna. And I was like, I know 2 songs. They'll be fine. Only Girl in the World and Shine Bright Like a Diamond. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. Yeah. That concert, phenomenal. I was just like, okay, this halftime show, I guess I'm kind of a fan. I like it. Damn. And the same thing with Shakira and J-Lo. And I was like, big fan of J-Lo, sort of a fan of Shakira. Yeah. But I still enjoy the whole thing. Okay. And it's just, so when people are like, well, what did you think of Kendrick Lamar? I'm just like, I can't say I hated it because I'm not a fan of his. So it's not my demographic. I don't listen to rap.
I love that he called out Drake though. Like that
was so cool.
So over the
all of a
Drake
sudden
hype.
We're in it.
That's all I really like. I was glad that because isn't the song called They Like to Sue or something? And like I loved the integration of him being like, oh, I want to sing the song everybody loves, but y'all know they love to sue. And like the intro I thought was so great. I'm not a big Kendrick Lamar fan, but what fascinates me is that like, didn't he win the most Grammys this year?
He did.
How did they organize him winning all those Grammys and then he was doing the Super Bowl? Like what? It was announced after, right?
No. So he was announced before.
Okay.
But it was just not. It was not many people were talking about it.
Okay, so it wasn't like plastered everywhere.
No, it wasn't.
Because I was like, that means they like whipped out a show in like 2 weeks.
No. But they did whip out a show.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to make sure it was like a message and an art.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you were telling me about
here,
this.
let's talk
Let's
about
get into the art, the message.
Art. There was like 7 different messages that this halftime show was trying to give, and it was talking about his relationship with Drake. Should I call it his little feud?
Sure, yeah.
His feud with Drake, and then also talking about like how where politically we stand, and there was a section where all the dancers had jackets that lined up to be the flag, and Kendrick Lamar was in the middle, and it was supposed to symbolize how America's divided, but also supposed to symbolize how America's built on the back of Black men and women.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Like it's so much art was behind it. And I was arguing with this person, one of my clients, just like, you know what, if you miss the message and you have to explain it to someone, did you really get that message across? And
what'd the client say?
And the client said,
what spawned the argument?
Well, because she was just trying to, I wanted to get my thought of like, hey, the Wiz we talked about 3 weeks ago or whatever, how that was really big on Black Lives Matter, but everyone who watched the show didn't really get it, so it went over their heads.
Oh yeah.
The same thing with like the halftime show. It was mentioning like the slavery on the back of Black lives, and white people watching it didn't get it. They're like, I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
So when I told her that, she said, JP, when you go to an art exhibition or you go to a museum, does the drawing tell you how you're supposed to feel about this art piece or what the message is? And I'm like, okay, so you got a point. Yes, art is definitely like how you would accept it, what was the message behind it, and what was the meaning behind it is also sometimes missed because of how you view it, and everyone's different. So I was like, okay, I get it. So yes, they didn't have to spell it out for us, but I do feel if you're going to tell someone like F you, especially because the president was there.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go that way, then maybe just be straight up and say it. You were ballsy enough with Drake.
I know, right? I kind of wonder, because like if I were to go to an art museum, I feel like it's been many years, but like the last one I went to, they would have like the painting presented or the art sculpture presented, but then there'd be like a little card that would say who designed it, who created it, and then there usually would be like a small sentence paragraph that would be like, this painting is about happiness and how it's hard to find happiness with social media or whatever. And I kind of wonder if because, you can't really do that with halftime show performances. They can't just like run a banner on the bottom of the screen. This part represents that, America was built upon the backs of Black men and women. But it makes me wonder if, like you said, maybe you just need to say it in the song, like have that verse that rhymes that makes sense, but then also double down by being like, oh, did you miss that? What I'm trying to say is da-da-da. And go kind of Eminem style and just swing. But then the hard part with that is like, even with Eminem, when he just says his thoughts, people hate him and, don't like him. So it's like, it's kind of your own internal battle as an artist.
Yeah.
Like, do you want people to look for the egg or like the Easter eggs or look for those things? Or would you rather people understand it? And me, I'm at the point in my career where I don't care what anybody thinks except for my mouth,
Can
obviously.
you just play my music?
Yeah, just listen to my music, please. I don't care if you hate it. No, I just feel like the best way to go in that sort of sense is just to like say what you feel, say what the message, in my opinion, is, and just know that like the backlash will always come no matter what. Like even with my post earlier today, some guy commented like, grow up already. And it's kind of like, okay, you're entitled to think that, but like also I don't really care. So
you know what? That brings up the segue to a perfect second spot.
Before we do segue, let's make sure the chat.
What's up with chat?
Let's involve chat.
We talk so much.
We are yeppers.
She is trying to get me better at looking at the chat, and
you're doing good.
I wouldn't lie to you. I don't even have the chat up.
You don't have the chat up, but you can probably read it from here.
I can read it.
I can't. It just looks like little blurbs.
That smile.
Tinky Winky would slay at the halftime show. So
Tinky Winky would.
Tinky Winky dancing.
Slay.
Yeah.
He'd be the left shark.
Personally enjoyed the halftime show, says Joe B. La 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 la. I need to watch it. I need to actually sit down and watch it. I've only seen the clip where he's like, Drake, I heard you like I'm young, and he's all smiling and whatever, and I'm like, yeah.
That song. What is the song called? We talked about it.
Is that like they like to sue? Is that what it's called or no?
Not like
Not like us?
Not like us?
Yeah.
I think it's not like us.
One night says the symbolism was really good. Gotta be honest, I have no idea who Kendrick is, says Rimpost.
Same. I didn't. And then I was like, I'm been behind. Not like us. Yep. But you guys, that beat, it's like a chord. Ding, 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 ding. I see dead people. Okay, that's not it. It's later.
I was like, wait. There you go.
Ding, 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 ding. That part. It is a ring.
You better pause that.
I know. I was going to call it a ringworm. It's an earworm.
Earworm, yes. It's a ringworm.
Ding, 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 ding.
Go see your doctor.
Oh, and I really... Speaking of ringworm.
Go see your doctor. Just kidding.
Ding, ding, ding. I remember being in Hollywood, driving to or walking to an audition, and there was this lowrider just like ding, 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 in their car, and I was like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
And so, somebody pray for me. Boom, boom. Okay.
Yeah, I know that one too.
Don't. I remember that. I was in Glendale, which is a big
It's a ringworm. Dare 2025. No, I didn't say it. That was JP.
You take it off.
Don't misquote me.
That was
Sorry,
JP. So I was in Armenia. I was in Glendale, which is a big Armenian town.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was listening to that song because the windows were down and they had a nice like Mercedes, just very expensive car. And it was like, like,
yeah, I know.
Somebody pray for me. And then I was like, oh, this must be like an Arab group.
Yeah.
This is like some kind of Middle Eastern group, just with the Allah. And I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, it has a good beat, but if I knew what they were saying, stupid me, it's in English.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good, like, there's some of his songs that I used to like really listen to, but not so much anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, congratulations if he's watching. I'm sure he's not. But you never know. You never know.
He did well. He killed it. All right, our segue.
Yes.
Which now it doesn't fit. But
that's okay.
It's okay.
Anyways.
No, but you know what? Talking about like how you felt like presenting yourself the way you are and not having to put on a persona. You know, Pamela Anderson just came out with a movie.
Yes.
The Last Showgirl. Mm-hmm. I have not watched it, but I've watched her tour, her little interviews leading up to it. And she's going full on, no makeup. And she's just being bare. And they're like, what's going on? She's like, I shouldn't have to. Like, I don't feel a need to do this for anyone.
Good for her.
And so she's just like living the life of a bare face. And then it was before this movie because she finally got this movie. And then, of course, they had to put her all in the makeup for the movie.
Yeah.
So that was one of their questions, just like, how does it feel to put on makeup again and just be so extravagant? And they're like, she was just like a normal day. If I want to put on makeup one day, I'm going to.
Yeah.
But I'm okay to be seen without makeup on certain many days.
Yeah.
Or if I'm going to hang out with an interview and I don't feel like putting on makeup, then I'm not going to put on makeup.
Exactly.
I was like, way to go.
I love that. I didn't know, I knew about the movie, but I didn't know that like she was a celebrity that was doing no makeup. Like I remember Alicia Keys did that for a while. I'm not sure if she still is. I think that is great. I wish more celebrities would embrace that because I think it would really help. Man, this sounds so like guru of me, but I think it would like really help all the people that look up to them. And a lot of our style standards do come from celebrities and them being on social media, on interviews. And I feel like the more that we embrace not wearing makeup and doing like decorating yourself as you want to, as you feel, I think would only help people in their self-confidence. So I'm here for it.
I agree. I mean, it's so crazy because you end up thinking about, I noticed it a lot where females will very, very much be cautious of, I got to go color my hair. I want to make sure I get my nails done. Oh, we got to go get some more makeup. Oh my God, I can't wear open toe shoes because I haven't done a pedicure. Oh my God, let's go do my eyebrows and I need to get my eyelashes permed. And guys just freaking put on a hoodie.
Guys just roll
out of bed with a hat.
No shower.
Like, hey, like there's a lot that goes on to being a woman.
Yeah.
And I will say everyone really takes it for granted because it's a lot. And
Yeah.
when you actually open up to someone who a female, why don't you talk to them about it and find out how much they spend
Yeah.
monthly, yearly on
Yeah.
just beauty.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot of it derives from insecurities.
oh, for sure.
And not by the individual, but it's like that's literally what makeup and like a lot of women products that are marketed to us, that's what they're targeting. It's like insecurities. Like, oh, your hair is not thick enough, use this shampoo.
Mhm.
Oh, you don't smell good naturally, buy my fragrance. You know, like it's a lot of it is delved deep into like you should feel bad because you look like that. When it's like, no, no. You should feel bad if you look like this.
Oh.
Just kidding. Don't feel bad. Don't
whoop.
feel bad.
If you're wearing a hoodie, you should feel bad.
Why? What's wrong with the hoodie?
Hoodie. You just like
What's wrong?
a guy. Sorry, not a girl.
I was like, what's wrong with my what?
Not you.
I'm not even wearing a
You
hoodie. I'm wearing a spirit jersey.
Yeah, I love that from
Some
the
spirit.
Disney.
I know. I finally bought myself one because I felt like I miss home a little bit. I like miss being there. I felt very nostalgic while I
You
was
should talk a
gone.
little bit about your little trip. Can you?
Should I? I mean, I could.
Yeah.
I have. Well, oh, man, we're kind of out of like the segment of us talking about us. We can circle back at the end.
Circle back at
If
the
you
end.
want to know more about my Disney trip.
Yeah, because you just came back and that was cool.
Yeah.
So we're talking. All right. We talked about the Grammys because I remember I was talking about how I became a big Chaperone fan now.
Yeah. Yes.
So we're up to date on that.
Mhm.
And
did we talk about the Grammys last time we were here? Let's know, chat. I don't remember. Did
I
we?
believe so.
I thought we did, but I wasn't sure if it was just us.
Maybe. Uh-oh.
Let me see. My latest music thing is Electric Callboy, which doesn't really have a theme except for crazy, says Rip Post. Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
Armenia equals Middle East. Circa JP 2025. Okay.
Why is everyone quoting me?
They're all
Is it
quoting
the
you.
same
It's
person?
great. No, it's different people. They're all taking turns.
Stop quoting me.
Couldn't recognize her, but good for Pamela, says Ren. I only heard one song with Electric Callboy. Okay, so they're all talking about Electric Callboy. I've never heard of them. I'm awesome says, I heard she gave a great performance, but they snubbed her at the Oscars. Who? Alicia Keys? Is that what you're talking about? Who would have got snubbed?
Well, the
at
Oscars hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
So...
You're my favorite makeup-free celebrity, Dare. Thank you, Kamal.
Yeah.
I'd smile if it didn't hurt my mouth. You definitely talked about the Grammys. Okay. So we already talked about the Grammys.
We did.
Yeah, I feel like I really strongly disliked Pink Pony Club, and then all of a sudden, like we talked about, we heard the intro where it's like, I know you wanted me to stay, and then I was like, oh no, and then I sang it at karaoke on Sunday.
You did?
I did, and then I now felt like, I don't know. It's such a good song. And I actually have like, I want to ask my vocal coach because she's actually here. I want to ask her like, why does that song sit so perfectly in my range? Like I didn't even have to try. I didn't have to work hard. I was just kind of like, is this the thing? Cool. Yeah. And Adam was there and he was like, why have you not sang that before? And I was like, I don't know. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Well, I've been off of TikTok for a while because they threatened us that it was coming up. Going away, and now I'm just like, I guess it's not going away anywhere, so let me just continue to play with it.
Okay.
And so I opened it yesterday or the day before, and there was an elderly English grandfather. I'm gonna say grandfather, just elderly man, say man, elderly man from England, singing Pink Pony Club.
Aww.
And it was adorable. In my mind, watching it, I was like, that's funny. But then I started thinking, this would be perfect for like a voiceover. If he was like some kind of puppet or some kind of child, I don't know, like the Teletubbies. The Teletubbies ended up doing some kind of like singing, if they could sing.
Yeah.
Like I just totally imagined it. And I was like, oh, how cool.
Aww.
But then I got sad because there's a section about the song, like, I'm leaving Tennessee, West Hollywood, and just Santa Monica. You're finding me. I want to be there. It was just like, oh God, okay, cool. This is sweet. There's also a video of this girl who used to be on Broadway, and she belts out the entire thing. Wow. So you know, Chaperone, she goes into like,
yeah.
She just flips it.
Yeah.
This Broadway, just like boom. No.
Full mouth.
Like just stuff like that. And you're like, not needed.
You're like, girl,
And my favorite is her husband is right next and just like
Oh no, he's
Giving-
like reacting.
doesn't react, just like
Wow, chill.
damn. So yeah, that's
I
fine.
love that.
Oh, we didn't talk about the
That's
crazy. How do you feel about flights now?
Oh, well, I just got off one. So yeah, I have seen the POV of like 6 people off that plane. Isn't that wild? And there was hang on, there was a crash like 3 weeks ago, and then there was another one like yesterday. Scary. Scary.
I mean, it's one thing if it's a private airline. What scares me most is that these are like major airlines.
Like literally Delta.
It was Delta.
Literally
And
Delta.
then the one that happened in Philly was Air.
We better look up those
Before I
details.
lie, it was a airplane with helicopter crash. It was in American Airlines. So it's like it's not just private people who are taking out their planes and
the little
taking
helicopters.
off. Yes.
Yeah, it's
So I mean,
scary.
it's so crazy that I always think I heard this once. Either a pilot or a flight attendant told me the worst things for the plane are takeoff and landing.
Mhm.
That's when the most can happen.
Yeah.
So
That
once
makes
you're
sense.
up in the air, you're good.
Mhm.
But coming back down, like it's the landing. It's not even like once you're up there, you lose power. You could glide, but it's how you're gonna hit the floor.
Right.
So every time I'm on an airline or airplane, I put on the seatbelt just for the takeoff
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, you should.
and landing. But oh my gosh, you guys, like, how do we feel about flights now?
Yeah.
I know that they better start going down on their prices.
I'm trying to look up because there was somebody on a TikTok video where they wrote a conspiracy theory about these planes and why they're crashing. But I don't remember what it was. It was like shocking conspiracy theory. There's one about it was something. Gosh, I'm gonna totally misquote this. There was a girl who commented this on TikTok where she said that like there's an act or a plan happening now that like the government's still like voting on and like debating that by like 2025 2026-ish that they're trying to make like these like mini cities where you never have to get on a plane and like go anywhere because they're trying to like isolate people, and that's why they're supposedly causing the crashes, is because they want people to be scared of traveling. And I think that's an interesting thought, but like until we hear more information about like why the planes crashed or like what caused it,
we're never gonna find all this government stuff that's like hidden.
I don't think so.
We'll never find out.
You think they'll let us know? Like
the drones. They finally told us, like, just so you know, the drones were from the government. Or like, we knew that.
Yeah,
we knew
like,
that.
hello?
Now, what you guys were doing? What were you doing over there?
Hello.
Let us know. But yeah, it looked creepy. I mean, I think it's a judgment error on the person dispatch at the bottom telling them to land, because it looked like it was a gust. Like there was a lot of side wind. Yeah. And if there was snow and ice on the floor, then maybe they like slipped. A big gust came out and it like pushed. Is that what happened? That's what there's a new video. Did you see the video? Of them
going down? No.
No, there's a video of them landing and it flips over. And you could see the wind just pushing to the side.
Oof, that's scary.
They are able to tell you not to land when it's windy.
Okay.
Crazy times.
Wait, it was not aliens, says Coach. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I think he's talking about the drones.
It wasn't aliens. We thought it was aliens. I was so ready for aliens.
15-minute cities. Yes, Rimpost. That's what I was trying to find. The 15-minute cities conspiracy theory.
What?
Yeah, I want to look it up so I can like quote it properly because it's very interesting.
Rimpost, make sure you put the link on there.
Which link?
Of the TikTok.
Oh.
Was it TikTok?
Yeah, but I don't think he'll be able to find the exact one that I watched.
Oh.
Okay, a 15-minute city is a city planning concept that aims to make daily services and amenities accessible within a 15-minute walk, bike ride, or public transit. The goal is to reduce car use and improve quality of life. But That's nothing to do with planes, though.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was one of the things that people were talking about. So I'm a little scared to get on the plane now for a little bit, but it's not really up to us.
It's always tricky. It's never a good feeling. It really isn't. And then being so trapped is worse.
Yeah.
Like I took a train when I went to Italy. We went on a 4-hour train ride.
Oof.
There was no seatbelts.
Oh.
And I was like, oh no, how do I feel about this?
Mm-hmm.
And then you face each other. It's 2 people and then you face 2 others.
Inwards, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Make
but
new
if you
friends.
don't have a party of 4, it's
Harry
awkward.
Potter. Yeah. It's very Harry Potter style.
So, but they have a bar in the middle in one train, like in the middle of the whole train.
Oh.
Where you could go get food, drinks, whatever. And I was like, that's cool.
That's great.
There I am standing up, drinking a coffee or
You're
drinking
like,
some water.
I don't mind, no
This is cool.
seatbelt.
It really, there's no turbulence. It's the smoothest plane in the world, or smoothest ride in the world.
I was gonna say, I feel like train crashes aren't that common. Although I did know a guy on a motorcycle that got decapitated because he like accidentally flung under. Yeah, it's the whole thing. He was like driving, and it was like big news for my little town. Don't let this freak you out.
No, just
But he was like going for it, and then tried to beat the train that was going by, and then he like skidded to the side of his bike, and then his bike went under, and then he went under, and just done.
And you know him?
Well, I didn't know him. Sorry, but I knew of a guy that.
Because that's why I'm laughing.
Just kidding, just kidding.
I'm gonna get so much karma
His
for
name
this.
was Bob.
But it was like I knew a guy, and let me tell you what happened to him.
He got decapitated.
He got decapitated.
No, just
When did he tell you this story? Last week? Like
This was like
so
when I
then
was
what
a
happened
child.
to it?
Yeah, no. This is like when I was a child. And it was
Like-
like talk of the town because we had a very small town with a train that ran through it. But the point of this story that I was trying to make, because that doesn't usually happen often.
Have you? There was a growing
Like,
up in Texas.
Short circuiting.
We had this train crossing track.
Yeah, like a railroad track.
Yeah, but-
Railroad track.
Railroad track, but we called it like ghost town. And what we would do is like turn off the car and see if the people who died on that rain track, because conspiracy is that there was a car crash years and years ago, and there was so many children in that car, and now they come and they push your car and it gently goes over the track. So did you have that growing up?
Ooh, no. No.
I know it's a
I was
wives'
scared.
tale. I know it's not true, and no, you cannot get me to turn off my car in the middle of a train
Yeah,
track.
absolutely not.
Hello?
Mm-mm.
But I want to know if in the chat if anyone else had that like wives' tale.
Weird conspiracy conspiracy theories as children.
Yeah, that there was.
Chrissy did write that there's also a 15-minute city theory about using the Palisades land for that. Hence the theory of intentionally starting the fires. And I did hear about that. I just didn't. I don't know. How do I explain it? It's like I saw that conspiracy theory and I just didn't want to spread misinformation. So I was like, I'm just not going to talk about that one.
I do have
It's all too real.
an opinion.
On what, the Palisades fires?
We're gonna talk
let's
about
hear
the
it.
fires. Okay. Yeah, I know my friend's not watching this, so we could talk about it. So I have a client who was gonna go to my Peekaboo gym opening.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, I couldn't go. I'm so sorry because we were helping. I was volunteering with the fires. And she's an interior designer, really well in her job. But I was like, well, what were you doing? Like, out of curiosity, not what were you doing?
So nosy, JB.
I was like,
damn.
that's so cool that you're volunteering. Like, what were you volunteering for?
Yeah.
And she said, so the organizations are the companies that she worked with, Western Elm and all these like fancy furniture companies, rug companies, and all it's interior design, top quality stuff, like dishes, stoveware, everything.
Okay.
They had an event where people whose homes got destroyed would go to this event, sign up, be a part of it, and then they could pick out any kind of furniture or anything they wanted from the showroom and take it with them to their new home. Because, see, you're going with me. I know you're going with me. I know exactly, because it pisses me off because, first of all, if you have a home...
Keep going.
I'm not letting you talk.
This is great. No,
But
go.
If you have this is so insensitive, but it's not. Okay.
So, wait, you're okay. Say exactly what you're
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but
Say
then I'm
those.
gonna apologize for it later because I don't want to seem insensitive. I'll say most people who have a home in the Palisades, it isn't their only home.
Okay. Because it's expensive to live there.
Expensive to live there,
Okay.
and they probably have a beach house. They probably have a resort home. They
Mhm.
probably have other places.
Mhm.
Now, yes, there is a certain amount of group, certain people who
Yeah.
lost everything there.
Yeah.
And especially the Altadena fire, there's a big community that really were gifted this home from their grandparents. And it really, they were living minimum wage, making money just to, and they didn't have to pay for the
mortgage or
mortgage
whatever,
or everything.
right.
So they're living, and now they're homeless.
Yeah.
At that time, though, that's where I put myself in this situation. Would I rather have a furniture that was $15,000, or would I rather go to Target or Walmart and buy a $5 t-shirt because I lost all my clothing? Like, that's the kind of stuff where I'm just like, why?
But they were giving the stuff away for free, right?
Yes, but also, why don't you keep that, the $50 million that you're probably donating, put it into goods for the Red Cross, or put it into clothing or something cheaper, so it's not one car. It could be I could.
So you're mad at the companies?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm mad at the company. I'm just like,
I was going on a different conspiracy theory route, I think, but
okay.
I like where you're going.
Well, I was just like, so so I just made a joke, and I was just like, well, I need mirrors. Can I go and
my God,
mirrors from this place? I did. I said, can I shop mirrors? And then she's like, JP, this is people who lost everything in the fire. And I'm like, but you're gonna sell them $50,000 worth of give them $50,000 worth of chairs that are gonna make up their interior design brand new home when they're starting over? I don't know.
I mean, think about it from the government standpoint. They're like, well, we'll take away their homes to build our 15-minute city. And then what we'll do is we'll give them free stuff to move somewhere else. That's where I thought you were going with it, where it's like, how can they afford to give away this much free furniture and free expensive luxury stuff if it's not in the plan? But I don't know.
And it's weird though, because she even told me the people that she helped out, it's so nice to have this brand new home in Santa Barbara. And I'm like,
they already have a brand new home.
They already have a brand new home, and you're helping them furnish this when other people are trying to figure out what their next life steps are going to be because they can't afford to move across the street.
No,
I'm so angry about it.
I can tell you're peeved.
Because it's not that I don't. Obviously, everyone who had to deal with this devastation, yes, it's horrible. It's something you don't even think about. You're like, it could happen, but you never imagine that it would.
Right.
And yes, there needs to be funding. There needs to be help. But I feel at the level when there's a natural disaster, everyone has to get the same playing field. Yeah. You can't say, well, JP was living in a minority neighborhood, so we're going to give him Walmart gift cards. We're going to give him Target gift cards and let him be okay for $300.
Yeah.
But Dare was over in Pacific Palisades, and she probably lost her beautiful fireplace and her vase that blah, blah, blah was worth $30,000. Let's go give her a brand new kitchen, furniture. Why are we not the same person if we both lost our house?
Right.
And our government or whoever's going to help us, why are we not getting the same treatment?
Right.
I don't know.
It's very interesting. I go back to what you first were saying about it. It is fascinating that they wouldn't just donate or do an auction. Oh, here's a $15,000 couch set. We're starting the bid at $2,000. Then the money from that auction would then go to them taking that and turning it into a Walmart gift card, like you said, or something where it's like this upstanding family doesn't need a $15,000 set of chairs. There's a family that needs to eat after they lost everything. So I agree with what you're saying.
It's also weird.
It took me a minute to get there.
Because I don't know, I'll say it, I don't know much about design. But I
Me
think,
either. That's why Chrissy has done all of
but
it.
it's like, let's imagine we go and find this house, and we lost this in our lavender marriage. We go and we find a house, and we're like, well, this is all we could get there. This is our new home. All right, well, let's go to this place. They're going to give us free furniture. Like, but you're thinking about, will this match the interior wall of
You're like,
this?
wait.
And we can't get
What
this
kind of
rug. This
wallpaper?
rug is not going to match. Like,
We can't, even though our house is gone.
no, we're going to keep the $50,000 rug. We don't need it. We're going to go ahead and pick another one. Like, I don't know. It bothers me so much.
Yeah, I don't know. I knew nothing about this before today, so now I'll have something to fester on.
I think it's bothering me more because I try to get
Because
rubber
you're trying to
for my
buy
gym.
new stuff for your gym,
I'm trying to
yeah.
buy, and I'm like, well, we got tonight for 50%, and no one's gonna help us. I'm like,
Oh my
stop.
God, your Grinch is coming out. Your Grinch is coming out.
7 o'clock. Lower.
Yeah, yes.
Lower.
That's it. I'm not going.
Here's my green.
Yeah, for St. Patrick's Day coming
Oh,
up soon.
it is.
Yeah, I gotta gut out the studio and like start
Oh, look.
redecorating. We have a guest coming on Friday, so I'm like, so I gotta get better by Friday. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to like recontaminate my face because I definitely won't be doing the episode like this. So. We have a really, really, really big. Thank you. We have a really big celeb coming on Friday.
Is it J-Lo?
No, if it was, I would have told you. I would have made you sit behind the desk and not push buttons. I talked about you on this week's episode too that went up because Cosmo and I did an episode on like what grinds my gears.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're on our Patreon. It's free. You should make an account and follow.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna do an episode on Friday where we read our fans grind my gears, and I hope they roast me. I hope y'all go in there and they're like, I'm annoyed that Darren Taylor doesn't do this and this. Like, I really hope we get some good juicy ones.
Because you're searchable. I wonder if ChatGPT would roast you.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
No, I don't know. I'm a little sensitive right now. No, I've asked ChatGPT about me though, because I was just kind of like, what?
Who is Darren
like,
Taylor?
what? Yeah, because I want to know like what is the internet's consensus of me?
Did it give you a good answer?
It came out like really nice.
Oh,
like
nice.
it actually really satisfied me as an artist because it wasn't like she's an adult star that takes her clothes off. It was very much so like she inspires people to like follow their dreams, and she's a very inspirational creator. Like it was very sweet. Stop ChatGPTing right now. Stop it and put that away.
I just want to say,
we have more
tell me
to talk
something
about.
amazing about Darren Taylor.
Oh my gosh.
Is a talented and inspiring figure.
The internet thinks I'm talented?
Yes. Known for her work as a fitness model and an influencer.
That's not even true. I'm not a fitness model, but I love it. I'm gonna take that.
Should I read more? Her personal trainer, I just said.
JB, yeah.
Right.
Tell me about her personal trainer.
Oh, how cool.
Isn't
Beyond
that
her
crazy?
fitness journey, she's also known for advocacy of mental health, helping people feel empowered both physically and emotionally. Jared's built strong online community, sharing her journey and motivating others to prioritize their health and confidence.
Yeah, look at me.
That's my girl.
See?
That's my girl.
When I looked that up on ChatGPT, I was in a feeling, in a phase of me being like, no one watches my content. Like I was starting to feel a little like irrelevant because like I don't get invited to like the content houses anymore. And I kind of was feeling, I had this like sense of like, I'm so out of touch with like what really works for content. I felt like no one really like cared. And I was like, what is the message I'm even sending on social media? Because I feel like it gets so convoluted because I post so much and blah, blah, blah. And then I looked that up and I was like, just kidding. Nothing matters. I'm happy now. Cha-la-la. So it was really great. Thank you, ChatGPT.
That was nice. That was very sweet.
Yeah, it's,
once my followers go up, we'll ask it about me.
We will.
Yeah.
I can ask it to roast me when my face is feeling a little better.
Okay, cool. I don't want it to roast you. I wanted it to tell me something good, and it did.
I'd be okay with like you could send in a photo of your Instagram and you could be like roast my feed. And I watched a couple girls that I'm very envious of because they have followers that will like literally eat up anything they post. And it was very interesting to see like them post what ChatGPT thought about their content. Mm-hmm. And in the back of my mind, I kind of agreed with it because it was like, you post content that's all about your looks and how vain you are. And like, you don't ever talk in your videos. And part of me was like, that is true, ChatGPT. They don't ever talk in their videos. And maybe that's why I feel like I don't connect with that creator. But I find myself very envious of like a lot of creators that literally will post them standing there doing nothing and will get millions of views. And I'm like, damn. I miss that. I used to be that. I used to be the girl that would stand in a Woody costume cosplay and I would get millions of views. And now I don't.
And now what? No way.
You know, I think it's just because I've been too vocal that I want to be a singer and I want to do other things, and people are like, ugh. So, but anyways, let's right along. Chrissy says, "Ooh, I should submit what grinds my gears." Lol, not about dare, but in general, yeah.
Not today.
If you don't have money for Patreon, I totally understand. We are in like an economic crisis right now. But if you make an account on Patreon and you follow Delulu Canoe, it's free. Like there are 2 free episodes up. Our episode coming out on Monday is an episode about grief, and I'll be giving the Patreon exclusive of that out for free as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't afford it, just go and sign up as a free member and like DM me or like DM DeluluCanoePod on there and send us your grind your gears. I don't care how niche it is. I don't care how like just send in whatever. And I'm so looking forward to reading them because I want to feel more connected with our fan base. And I feel like I haven't been lately, and that's neither here nor there. But I definitely want to like have you all send in stuff.
That'd be fun.
Also, I would love for people to send like other podcast suggestions. Like they don't have to be as big as ours or like as, you know, but I would love to go on other people's podcasts. I haven't been on somebody else's in a long time, and I would love to do that.
Cosmo.
Oh, he's been asking me forever.
Oh.
He's been asking me forever to be on the Cosmo show, and
The way that just happened was perfectly. No one's ever invited me. I haven't gotten invited in a long time.
Cosmo has.
All right, Cosmo invited me, but I haven't gotten.
Well, yeah, it's been a lot. Do we have any other topics, or did we just tangent for? That's it.
No, we had those. We had the
Wait,
plane.
Have we hit an hour yet?
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, am I just yapping? Oh my goodness.
We hit the plane.
Wait.
We talked about the.
Oh, we're like 2 minutes over. Great.
We hit the plane.
Mm-hmm.
We hit the Super
halftime
Bowl
show.
halftime show.
Yep.
You know what? We didn't talk about the commercials because there were none.
There were no iconic ones?
Nothing. Well, there was.
What?
Oh my God! I can't believe we missed this in our
What?
Super Bowl
Which one?
segment. The Kanye West one.
Oh yeah, about him. Yeah. Gosh, how
we can't
how
even
we
say
say
that
this?
here.
Kanye West made a website. You'd said where he was like,
So his
buy my
online
merch.
his online store.
Mhm.
So the rumor is that he made, or well, no, the tea.
It was
is,
the truth.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
He has this online store. He's had it for a while
For
now.
his Yeezys, for his
But,
Yoo-Hoos,
and
all
it's
this crap.
it's crap.
Yeah.
And so he did a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So he did the commercial for the Super Bowl, and then, but it was just a weird commercial, and it got people to go to his website. Well, they go to the website to look at his clothing. There's only one item. It's a white T-shirt, and then the swastika sign on it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Nothing. Yeah. I have such a hard time with this because we're seeing, we forgot about Wendy Williams. We can talk about her next week. We're seeing celebrities now more than ever get thrown into these conservatorships, like Britney. Now Wendy Williams is in one that like, I can understand how they got there in the first place because maybe they were showing like signs of erratic behavior. We will never know because we're not close enough with them to go, honey, that's not healthy to think like that. We should put you in a conservatorship. But yet Kanye West is just running around making his wife wear freaking hair scrunchies as clothes and saying all kinds of crazy backwards things. Like, I don't care what side of the political stance you are, but like, I don't know who his team is, but they need to like rein him in and get him help because he is off his rocker. And I could say that as somebody who had a stepdad who has bipolar, I know what it's like to live with somebody like that, where all of a sudden they're your best friend and then they're like hitting you, you know, it's like, and you don't know which version of them you're going to get. And now here he is selling t-shirts with.
I'm such a weird.
Somebody get him help.
It's a double-edged sword. I don't know how to really feel about it because.
Well, don't sell t-shirts.
No. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm talking about Britney Spears and Wendy Williams. Like, they didn't get in the conservatorship by great behavior that just, all of a sudden, you know what? I'm locked in? Yeah. Okay, so here I am. Like, they did some shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, yeah.
So, it's almost like when a dog bites someone, and you're like, oh, that's a horrible dog, and you lock him up and you tie him. Well, now you see him and he's so sad. And it's just like, poor dog. But it's like, hey, they did something, and that's kind of the punishment that they're getting. So if they would have been a little bit more relaxed, or they would have been had a little bit more clarity with their thinking, maybe they wouldn't have gone to the extreme of locking them into.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you saw the videos of Wendy Williams. Some stuff was going on.
Yeah.
Whether she be an alcoholic, okay.
Yeah.
But
She seemed out of it.
Yeah.
She seemed like very not there. So not that we are the people to decide who gets conservatorships or not, but I feel like as people that have like really good common sense, I would argue, I think that if you get put into a conservatorship, there should be like, it should be like every year they have to go in and reevaluate the person.
Yeah.
Because like a year is short enough, but yet long enough that someone could make a full recovery. And I think it should be like legally, you know, like how kids used to like be actors and then their parents would steal their money and then there's like the Coogan accounts now.
Yeah.
It needs to be something like that that's actually like looked into, because we're seeing more and more people getting like taken advantage of by their families.
And it's got to be something where the family does not
like the lawyer should be like impartial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because as long as Britney Spears is locked up, I get to use her money.
Yeah.
Like that's not, as a family member, that shouldn't be your right.
Right. I agree.
So it should be impartial.
I don't know. It's such a, money does such like weird things to people. And like I could go on for like years yapping about this, because I feel like as soon as somebody finds out you are doing well or you're successful or you have money, you can see them change. And like you see like their actions towards you change, like they're chumming up to you, and it's such a hard thing, because like you want to help people and you want to like, you know, lean on others, but just, you know, if you're somebody out there who, I don't know, is doing really well, like one piece of advice I would give is, especially to like influencers, is like, don't post your expensive bags online. Don't post when you're leaving. Don't post, you know, like watch the bling ring. I've mentioned that before on this, like be aware of like that you are lucky, you are fortunate to have those expensive things, but it's not worth the flex on social media, because it could come down to like you know, your health and people doing crazy stuff. And be mindful of your family. Like when your family starts asking for money, like make a little like note in your ring.
I just asked all of my family members for money. I was like, can you guys give me, you know what my mom said? My mom said this. I'm gonna tell my mom.
Uh-oh. Does your mom watch? She's a subscriber.
She may be. So my mom was like, well, why are you asking for money? If you don't have money, maybe you shouldn't be starting a business. I thought you were to spit all over my face.
I was so close to spitting on you. Oh,
I was ready for it. I was like, don't you spit on me. But I was like, how horrible of a way to think. It's not that. It's not, you don't have money to start a business. It's you taking ownership and finding ways to manifest and get some help to create this new thing. Like this new thing that I'm doing is happening no matter what. I'm going to be in debt a lot of money, or I'm going to be in debt a little less.
Yeah.
But there's so many other people who are like, I want to feel ways to help. Oh, I want to help you out. I want to do something. And that's where it's beneficial. But if you already have that mentality of just like the jealousy, you know, it's the same thing with you when they say nice bags on influencers, social media. Oh, well, she has a bag. What? Oh, well, she has a but she has a allergic reaction on her mouth, but whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like,
I will say though, to rebuttal what your mom said, I have two very quick points. Is that one is, if you always waited till you had enough money or you lost enough weight or you felt good enough about yourself, you would never get anything done, because money, I'm a firm believer in like what you put out into the universe will come back to you, especially with money, which is why I feel really bad that I haven't done a lot of charity work recently, because like I would like to give back more.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do
more charity. That's my one point, is that like never wait till you're ready. Like even though it feels silly, like asking people and them shaming you for it, it's like then you would never open the gym. So good for you for pushing through it. And also be careful what you say about your mom, because my mom saw a very bad clip of me on Delulu Canoe and I got my ass chewed out when I saw her in Orlando. So be careful, be careful.
Oh, you gotta.
It's far in the episode. She won't see it. But my mom saw one of those clips where I was like, my mom said that I would never be a good singer. And she let me have it at dinner. She let me have it. She was not shy. Chrissy can validate.
Then you could say, then at dinner, you could be like, well, I guess you're covering the bill then, aren't you?
And she did.
Oh, she did? Oh,
yeah, but it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that hurt.
It was just really funny, because then I like looked at her and I was like, so did you watch the whole episode to get the context? And of course she said no. But then I was like, great, because I definitely like made it make sense and blah, blah. And I don't think I did. I think I just left the comment. So be careful who you talk about. I want to do an episode on that where I talk about all the people that have come out of the woodwork and are like, you're talking about me in that story.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know if that would make it worse.
No, it won't, because you know what? It's one of those things where like you put up this wall. Well, if you're a mean person, Like, I don't think you're a horrible person where you actually wish
Ill
bad
will.
ill will on any ill will on anyone. Like, there may be a conflict, and you may be like, well, JP today, like,
JP was late.
JP was late, and so it's like one of those things that bother you.
Oh, yeah.
But then I'm like, hey, I noticed that it really bothered you that I was late today, so I'm sorry about that.
Oh.
But then it clears it
Love
up.
their marriage.
It clears it up instead of just being like, yeah, I don't know, it ruined my day because of this. So,
well,
but I am sorry.
It's okay. I have a plan, but
Her
I'm not going to
doorbell
tell you
did
the
not
plan.
work.
Well, okay, but you showed up at 2:00, hun.
I was there at 1:59.
No, you weren't. Okay, but we're starting at 2. I have a plan. I'm gonna fix it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to change a thing. I got you.
Oh shoot, I'm in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble. No, you're not.
We're starting at 15.
I mean, you're a little in trouble, but it's okay. I have a way to fix it, so that way you don't have to worry about it. And then I'm gonna talk to them all about it behind your back.
Oh my god, I'm getting fired, you guys.
No!
You witnessed it first.
Oh my gosh,
I
diva.
got fired.
Calm down. Divorce first. Just kidding. No. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay, cool.
Or you know what? We'll talk about it now.
Oh.
I'm just gonna push the episode back, so you just have to aim to be here at 2.
Okay.
Like you have been, but like I'm gonna tell everybody that it's not gonna start till 10
2.
after.
10 after.
Yeah.
Good.
So that way it gives you, but you can't be later than 2 then.
No.
Otherwise, I am gonna be really mad at you.
I've never been later than 2:01.
Also, I'm notoriously late to my Twitch stream, so I need to take that advice and like put it back in my mouth.
No,
So
we're
learning.
We're
We're adapting.
You know what? It's habits that you take on.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not super mad about it. I want us to get into our routine.
You guys are watching a therapy session right now.
I haven't seen my therapist in 2 weeks, so I'm unhinged. Anytime somebody pisses me off now, I'm like, listen here, bitch.
210.
Oh, I swear. Listen here, brat.
Brat. You did. They're
I
gonna
swear.
cancel this episode.
No, never.
No, don't do it.
But anyways, does anybody in the comment section have anything you want us to tangent on before we go? Actually, you have like another appointment, don't you?
Not for.
I have another appointment. I gotta go pick
Yeah,
up
you
my
do.
lip cream. So hopefully my lip will be less terrible. Actually, let me do a lip update because it looked pretty bad earlier when I ate something
Unhinged is
spicy.
okay. You guys.
I mean, she's definitely looked worse. Actually, no, this is probably the worst it's ever looked. Also, if you sign up for Patreon and you're curious and you want more Unhinged, there is an episode for $5. I mean, if you pledge the $5, you get all of the like extended episodes.
Oh.
Your extended episode was wild.
No,
it was
God.
so good. I can't believe more people haven't privately messaged me being like, WTF, because it was so freaking unhinged.
I'll just tell you the hint. We talked about BALLS.
There you go. Right out the gate. You didn't
Right
even
out the
wait.
gate. We didn't. We made sure. Cosmo went boom, and I'm like, "Are we talking about balls?"
Yeah,
And
Cosmo
I was
hit
like,
like start.
boom.
And
We're
you're
starting.
Like,
We're starting now. Okay.
it was really great.
So it was a lot of we talked. We shared some tea.
We sure did.
And
Let me see.
our schmexual spots too. We did talk about that.
I know you were so like, let's talk about schmexy stuff.
Well,
And I was
because it
like,
wasn't YouTube.
"No, you're right. You're right. It
I was
wasn't
like, let's
YouTube."
talk about it.
Let me see. Bloop says, please go watch it. Did you guys get the BAFTAs over there? What? Not related to
Rafters? Rain rafters?
I don't know. Everyone's like, don't make your mom angry, Dare. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Could be the difference between, Chrissy's talking about the conservatorship. She said, we don't know. It could be the difference between someone with a chemical imbalance being medicated and be regulated and someone locked up and control taken away, but aren't in any kind of treatment, which bouncing back to that, I do agree. It's tough to like be on the outside. Like we don't know what people are going through if they're medicated or not, but regardless, I still stand by my stance where it's like every year they should have to go to court and be like, hey, these are the actions. Like she is now taking her medication. She's now regulated. Look at her, like, showing up and going to work. The conservatorship should end. Like there has to be some way for them to try to live life without a conservatorship. And then if it fails, then go back. You
And
know what I mean?
reevaluate and make sure what is it they want. They've been sober for 3 months.
Right.
Now we could talk to them really like, hey, what do you want to do with your next 3 months? What do you want to get out of this?
That way they're not like destroying their life.
Mhm.
But also like I know because both my brothers now, because my youngest sibling transitioned into a boy. So both of them were medicated at one point. And my eldest brother, who is on the spectrum, he like had to have an adult remind him every day And he has to have an adult touch base with him. He's not in a conservatorship. It's a very different thing. But like he has to have somebody that like keeps him on track. Like, are you going to your job? Are you doing this?
Remind him of
For his
tasks,
medication.
not about that your sibling is.
No. But then my youngest brother decided to not take medication anymore. Just one day was like, I don't want to take it anymore, and has been totally fine, no issues. So there has to be some leeway because each individual person's going to react differently to medications.
And I want to talk about that on maybe a delulu with you.
Which thing?
The transitioning.
Yeah, it was very fascinating because I saw it happening from afar, but until they're now 16, so they go by they him now, and they changed their name too. So it was like a whole thing.
Yeah. I love talking about it. I'm so intrigued by it because I feel like it's such a relevant time of it happening.
Yeah.
But then also speaking with people in my age or older who don't understand it because they're like, you know what, we didn't have this, and we're more. And I mean, not even like the LGBT community is not against it. They're just like, well, there were so many girls that kissed girls in middle school. And if they would have had this option to transition or become non-binary, then they would call themselves non-binary or transition because they were just experimenting. And so there's a little abuse of that. And I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
If we do an episode on that, I will reach out to them and see if they're comfortable with us talking about it.
True.
Because
Very
I don't
true.
know. Because now that he is in the age of like 16, which like his demographics more like on Discord, not really on like TikTok. Really big into anime, which is like what we like really bonded on when I went back. But yeah, just want to get his consent because otherwise we could just talk about it as ourselves, and I don't think he would care.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think he would like it
That's
though.
awesome.
Everybody likes attention.
How fun!
But you have to go because you've got to train
I know.
people. Thank you so much for all joining us.
Keep
Be sure to
talking.
subscribe. Share this with your friends. We're gonna edit the best thumbnail ever where Chrissy's coming in and scaring us. We need a really great thumbnail of us looking scared, and I'll hold something over my mouth. That'd be really cute. But thank you all so much. Don't look at my mouth when I come over to.
I'll do it.
So you gotta hit the end stream.
Yes, 1, 2, 3.
Bye. Oh, and then hit the end.
And,
There you go.